It's finally time. I finally watched the first episode of Reincarnated as Slime. I'm years late, but let's just get right into it. I can't lie to you, this was an interesting first episode. My mind was definitely going places just because I like to overthink things if it was me in a situation, but I'll get into that. We begin the episode with a man named Satoru who's walking through present day Tokyo. He's a 37-year-old who seems content with his life, and even though he's never had a girlfriend even until now, he seems okay with his life. That is until he has an encounter with a colleague of his, and they're about to go get something to eat, and all of a sudden, you have some jackass running down the sidewalk with a knife attempting to attack somebody. Unfortunately for Satoru, he's the one who gets attacked. Okay, maybe it wasn't him initially being targeted, but he did end up getting stabbed. Now, here's what I don't get. I get and I don't get it. Yeah, you gotta advance the plot, you gotta start the story somehow, but it's just some random slasher just starts running down the street and randomly attacks this person at best. God damn it, someone revive Light Yagami and bring this guy to justice. So he runs down the street randomly to attack somebody. You would think that he has a target in mind, but it looks like he just wanted to stab somebody random at best for no apparent reason at all. I say this because it looks like he's gonna stab Satoru's colleague at first, but Satoru pushes him out the way, and of course Satoru ended up getting stabbed. Now, if he did had a target in mind, don't you think he would have took that knife out and proceeded to attack the target afterwards? But no, he just ends up running away right after that, and Satoru bleeds out. Now that I think about it, maybe I was trying to look too deep into it, but it could make perfect sense. This guy could have just wanted to hurt them for no reason at all. Unfortunately, that's the society we live in nowadays. Things just happen for no reason at all, no explanation, and that was Satoru's fate. So before Satoru passes on and dies, he's fully aware that he's probably gonna die right now, and he starts having last thoughts and he whispers last words to his colleague slash friend. And I love this next part because instead of thinking about the people that he's close with, family members that he has, things important that he had going on in his life that he could have done for himself in the future possibly, he thinks about one thing and one thing only. My man thinks about how he was on this earth for 37 years and was still a virgin. So he swears in his next lifetime, he's gonna get some. He's gonna initiate action with every girl that he sees. Hey, Satoru, all I'm saying is since you're about to die and be reincarnated somewhere, you might as well get reincarnated in the One Piece universe. I hear Big Mom has a ton of kids, and you might just get your wish right there, starting with her. The one other thing he asked his friend for his last dying words is not to take care of his family, not to try to keep his memory alive and make sure he lives on through other people, but to take care of his hard drive in his computer, to get rid of it. Don't even look at it. Now, you guys tell me if your friend had just got killed right in front of you, and that's his dying words to you, whether it's on his phone, computer. Be honest, y'all snooping? I really want to know what's on his computer, though. Naturally, as a viewer, I'm going to assume the worst that was on his computer. And let's just say this guy's favorite anime was Dragon Ball Z. He has a shit ton of Dragon Ball Z hentai on that computer, and he's not trying to let anybody else sees it. Sees it? What the fuck are you talking about? See it. Shortly after that is when the title of the actual anime kicks in. There we go. He gets reincarnated as a slime, and he remembers his past life. Personally, I'd be pretty pissed if I got reincarnated and I still remembered my previous life. Because what if I wasn't comfortable with my previous life? What if I did some shit that I wasn't really happy about? What if it didn't really go my way? I don't want to remember any of that shit. I want to be focused on my new current life. Even if I am something as useless as a slime. Wait, don't come at me. I know this slime is cool as fuck. I'm just talking shit right now. Now Satoru, as he's exploring his new body as a slime, he hears a familiar voice that he heard as he was dying, and this voice basically explains to him the abilities that he has as a slime now. Introducing the first ability, Predator. What the ability essentially does is it lets you devour anything you want, and once you devour whatever the thing is, it lets you mimic taking on its appearance and taking its skills. Satoru, at the start of your abilities right here, I think you may have helped me out before. Only thing, I didn't know who you were until now. You helped me a good amount in my journey in Elden Ring. You definitely helped me whoop that bitch Millennia's ass. So I want to thank you for that because I had a ton of heartache during that. I also forgot to mention that whatever it is that Satoru decides to eat, he gets a full analysis of what it is and what's the history behind it. His stomach also stores all the things that he ingests, so it's kind of giving me Kirby vibes right here, my boy. Once Satoru learns about his abilities, he starts ingesting all the herbs that he can that's inside the cave that he's in. He figures he has nothing else to do, so he might as well just do that. Eventually, he goes a little bit overboard and finds himself stuck in a predicament as he falls to the bottom of some water. How does he get out? He doesn't have any arms to swim or anything like that. How the hell is a slime gonna make it right above water again? But it doesn't take him long to realize that he can just ingest a shit ton of water to blow himself right back out of the water. And I love this because as he makes his way out of the water and starts sliding across it, he unlocks another skill called water pressure propulsion. And it's pretty cool because each time he unlocks a skill throughout the episode, all I can think about is he made it into another person's video game. Someone is just playing the tutorial right now and figuring out all the controls and all the skills they currently have, and Satoru just happens to be in that video game. Now, of course, it's not an actual video game. This is just my own little headcanon that I be thinking of as I'm watching the episode, but it's still pretty cool to think about. You can't call me crazy for this. Look, he gets out of control even with the water and ends up flying out and hitting a barrier. Just a random barrier. It's like those barriers in video games where you can't cross because you're not supposed to be there. And with that, he hits it so hard that you would think he takes damage, but no, that's when he unlocks another skill. He's acquired pain nullification, where he can't feel any pain, and self regeneration. Now, he can still take damage, though. He takes a 10% damage in all of this. Only thing is, he just won't feel any pain, which is a win win in my book. So he's learning his movements and his abilities slowly, and he hears another voice. What are the odds of that? But this voice is not inside of his head. It's an actual voice that's in the cave with him. At first, I was like, God? Is this the God of that universe? But no, it isn't God. It's a silhouette of somebody who's trying to get the slime to respond back, but he doesn't realize that the slime can't talk yet, but he can hear the thoughts of the slime because Satoru starts talking shit. He's like, how the fuck you expect me to talk if I don't have no mouth? I can't even see you. Little after, you can see this silhouette actually ends up being a whole dragon. This dragon's pretty mysterious because he can hear the thoughts of others, and he's been stuck in this cave for 300 years for God knows whatever he did. He burned down a whole village. It wasn't his fault though, he was protecting himself, but we'll get into that. He helps Satoru out by helping him unlock the ability Magic Sense. With this ability, it can help Satoru sense the magicules around him, essentially seeing. And as the wise words of Edge's theme song said, on this day, he sees clearly. Colors start coming to life, and with these colors also comes the big fucking dragon that's in front of him. I introduce to you Storm Dragon Veldora, one of the 4 true dragons that exist in this world. As a new watcher to the series, I wonder if each dragon has their own unique ability, because reading someone or something's mind seems like a really unique ability for a dragon that you don't really see. The dragon ends up telling Satoru the reason why he got sealed. He fought a human called the Summon, who's a very powerful human being, who's also blessed with divine protection. I feel for him. After that fight, he got trapped by that human, and he's been alone ever since. For 300 years, I thought Brooke had it bad. And believe me, Brooke did have it bad. But damn, by yourself 300 years, that sucks. What kind of conversations would you even have with yourself, and how would you even kill time? So right now, Vedora, all he wants is a friend, and it's pretty damn clear. And he's lucky a slime has come along to be his friend. And I just love how Satoru mentions that it's a little bit embarrassing to be making friends at his age now, as if he's still the same human that he was when he died and he's still that 37-year-old. Satoru, as far as I'm concerned, you're off to a fresh start. You're 1 year old. And just before the episode ends, Satoru wonders if his colleague Tamura actually wiped his hard drive that was on his computer. Damn, what the fuck was on his hard drive that he's still concerned even in the next life of people finding? It's probably going to be something stupid hilarious if we ever do find out, and man, I hope we do find out. Just before the episode ends, we actually do cut back to Tamura, and Tamura is a real fucking bro. This motherfucker filled up the bathtub and dumped everything while it was on into that water to destroy any kind of thing that was on that hard drive and computer. Even the monitor. He didn't even need to throw in the monitor, but he still throws it in there. Safety precaution, I guess. Tamura, you are the fucking bro for honoring your bro's last wish. And not even snooping on what the fuck was on it. Not even a little bit of curiosity. Overall, I think this was a pretty good first episode, and I'm definitely intrigued and looking forward to more when I have the time to watch more. If you guys enjoyed the video, thank you for watching. Like, sub, comment, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one.